Hello and welcome to Maastricht, the Netherlands. I just took a train here from Cologne, Germany. It took about 2 hours, a little more than 2 hours, but the train was delayed, but I got here, so it's good. So I'm gonna explore this city for about 3 days and then head to other parts of the Netherlands. This is a pedestrian bridge and bikes. And this is the Meuse River. This is quite beautiful. 1775. Well, the other part of Maastricht that I just came through didn't look anything like this. It was modern. This is much older. Trees kind of in the way, but still looks cool. I was trying to find the tourist information office, but it doesn't seem to exist. So I just walk along the city walls here and see what else I can see. All decorated for Christmas. This is. If you ignore this ugly machine in front of the building, you'll see that it is quite lovely. This is the oldest statue in the church, made in the late 14th century. That is pretty old. That was another just incredibly beautiful European church. They keep them coming. I love the decorations on this building. It's a hotel/restaurant, which is clearly too expensive for me to stay at or eat at, but it is beautiful. Looks like this is where the Christmas market is, or a Christmas market is. I'm going over to see this first. There seem to be 3 or 4 big churches here. To sort all this out. That red one looks amazing. I guess I was wrong. This is one huge church. It's the Basilica of Saint Servatius. And the red one is Saint Jan or Saint John. The road goes through the church. It costs €7.50 to get in here, but I think it's worth it. There's so much to see. Here's a model of this place. It's gigantic. This is the cloister and cloister garden where the monks used to live. This bell is from 1515. It was taken out of the tower and replaced in 1983. This was the burial site of Saint Servatius from 384. So there's been a church here since 384 AD. This is the treasury where they keep all the cool artifacts. I'm gonna go inside, but I don't want to talk in there. Apparently Saint Servatius' skull is in this. That's amazing. This is fragments from the shroud of Saint Servatius from 384. I love this stuff. It's all from the late 1800s, early 1900s. Sorry, these are from the 1600s. And this is the actual basilica. It's massive. This is a shrine from between 1166 and 1195 and holds some of the remains of Saint Servatius plus some other bishops. There's no description of what this is, but it looks like they would be carrying somebody around in it. Some more huge stained glass windows. They got the nativity set up for Christmas, but Jesus seems to be missing. Dun, dun, dun. This is a chapel below the church. That ceiling is pretty fantastic too. Okay, so apparently this was the altarpiece back in 1170, and they've since preserved it and put it in the back of the church by the organ. 1170. Whoa. This is one of the entrances to the church. It's pretty incredible. And look at this floor. Wow. Well, that was amazing. That was more than just a church. That was like a museum. It was really, really good. And, wow, look at this door. Wow. Definitely worth it. €7.50. Worth it. Found this place. Look at all those tabs. I'm in heaven. I got the amber, really good. Not the best I ever had, but very good. I got loaded fries with pulled chicken and coleslaw. It's good. Not very healthy, but good. And then this is the porter. That's really good. Orange clock face.
The next day.
This building is part of Maastricht University. The roads are more designed for bikes than cars. It's pretty awesome. Wow, look at that. Good morning. Today I'm walking around Maastricht. I was going to make today more of a spontaneous day, so I didn't really plan anything. And that was a big mistake because nothing opens till 11. I got up and out early. It's around 9 right now. So what I'm going to do for the next 2 hours is walk around until stuff opens. It's called the Valkenburg Church. And that nice man who's going in there actually runs the church. Said it's a Protestant church from the 1700s that the French built here because they were escaping persecution in France because they're not Catholic. This is a Protestant church. Can't pronounce the name of this church, but it's another very nice one. Big, another big one. A little canal here I wasn't even aware of. And lots of pigeons. This means Bishop's Mill. It's really an old mill. This is called the Father Vink Tower. And it's part of these old city walls here. This is called Hellpoort. It's a medieval gate in the city wall. It's built in the 13th century. And this is actually a performing arts theater. This is Verachtig Gate. Built in 1888. It's the entrance to this park. Kind of built this as an extension of the original city walls, or the second fortification, the walls outside the city walls. Big geese. This goose is missing an eye. Ew. I've seen a bird like that before. Lots of cannons in front of the old city walls. Just took a bus a little bit out of the city to see Fort St. Peter. So here it is. There are caves here too, so 2-for-1 bonus. Okay, I could have done the caves and the fort, but then I would have had to wait around 45 minutes for that tour. So I'm just doing the cave tour, which starts about 5 minutes. The Maastricht Underground. This fort was completed in 1702.
If you have park your car here.
No, we are buying.
The system here, this is the tunnel. Now we are at the red dot. We are going to make this tour. Here you see a long tunnel that was digged in 1930. That's full. He will return 40 years later on the 20th of November 1981. And that proves that he survived the war. Yeah, for Christ. They settled down here because here they could wade through the river. That's from 5,000 years ago. Everybody believed the story in the Bible. And there was a reaction on the first French attack. In 1673, the French came to the first time. And then later, the French...
Carving. That's very artistic.
Century on, and that gave much more light than an oil lamp. Mushrooms and also chibu.
Mushrooms. For a delicacy.
Have you all? Now we are going to the French corner. Lots of recipes in it, and they have 7 recipes with cardone. Cardone, they call it. Sea was still here, and the sea was 40 meters deep. Maybe it looked like this. These were the animals that were living on land. She's in this chapel. And now it's also attractive to go into the church.
That was such a cool tour. It wasn't really a cave. It was all dug out because when they were mining all the limestone to build things. So it's like a whole labyrinth of tunnels down there. I don't know how she knew her way around. She said she had to do a lot of training to figure out her way around, but it It was really, really cool. I liked it a lot. I'm glad I did that instead of the fort. I think that would have been much more interesting than the fort was. Loved it. I went for ramen again because this place had really good reviews. It's called Noodles of Noodles. That food was top notch. Kind of pricey for ramen, but really good. I would go back there. There are traffic tie-ups all over the city tonight. I don't know why. The bus I took to get here was like 15 minutes late because of all the traffic. Anyway, I made it to the Christmas market. The entrance is a big present. The other entrance has a big ornament. There's the Glühwein. It's not as prominent as it is in Germany. There aren't that many places that sell it. And it doesn't come in a nice mug, but let's give it a shot. It's yummy. Christmas market here in Maastricht doesn't seem to be as big of an event as the ones in Germany. I mean, it was okay, but not as good as the ones in Germany. I'm going to one tomorrow in another town that's supposed to be epic, so we'll see. Good morning. Just took a 20-minute train ride from Maastricht to Valkenburg. There's some castle ruins here and some caves and a Christmas market inside a cave, so it should be an exciting day. Guessing this is the main square of Valkenburg. Too bad that truck is there, ruining everything. It's a dove. That is St. Mary's Chapel. And this is the Church of St. Nicholas and St. Barbara. Please ignore the porta potty there. Nice little town. Beautiful. And there's the castle ruins up there. Headed there now. This is the entrance to the Christmas market in the cave. I can't pronounce that. Fluvelengrot. This is the entrance. This one is cool because it's right underneath the castle. That's really cool. They sell all kinds of stuff in here. A hidden chapel in the cave from the 18th century because when the French took over, they weren't allowed to go to church. Nobody's eating right now, but I'm guessing around lunchtime this place is going to get packed. The line to get in there now. That was really cool to see. I really enjoyed it. There was nothing to buy. It was a whole bunch of tchotchke stuff and nothing I would have wanted. I spent about 20 minutes in there, and it was cool to see all the decorations and everything, but I probably spent a lot less time in there than most people do because most people were looking around. I was the first one of the 11 o'clock group to get out of there, so it was worth seeing, though. This is Grendelpoort, one of the original medieval city gates from the 14th century. When the castle was destroyed in the 1600s, this was spared. Heading up to the castle. Probably should have taken the elevator because my knee is killing me. This castle was first built in the 1100s, and then when the French took over in 1672, the Dutch destroyed the castle so the French couldn't have it. And it was sitting in ruins ever since. Also, it was expanded quite a bit since its initial building in the 1100s. This used to be the bridge gate with the drawbridge. Now it's a metal grate, but it used to look like this. Nice view of the city from up here. That is Valkenburg. And this was the mill tower. This actually had a mill in it in the 15th century. A horse-powered mill like this. That's amazing. This room has a well in it. That's where they used to collect the rainwater and get their fresh water from. Goes down 22 meters, they said. And this was the chapel of the castle. They said it was octagonal in shape, although I'm not really seeing that. This is an amazing ruin. They said it was really hard to restore because it's marl stone, which I don't even know what that is, but I guess it's hard to work with. They got a nativity scene up here. This one has the baby Jesus. And don't do anything wrong, you'll get put in the stocks. Wouldn't want that. That's a cool formation. And a cool mural. Said this is a 16-sided tower. Obviously not there anymore. And this is a 10-sided tower, both used for defense, but they weren't there at the same time. It was one after the other. And this apparently was the dungeon, even though it's pretty high up. The only way to access it was above, so you had to come from up there where the tower was. And nobody ever got out. Right, that's pretty amazing. Well, I just read the castle was completely destroyed in 1328, and then I guess it was rebuilt after that, and then destroyed again in 1672. Quite the history. This is what the castle looked like in 1200, after the 16-sided tower had been replaced with the 10-sided tower. And this is what it looked like around 1160 with the 16-sided tower, but not much of a castle. It's kind of a wall around a big tower. Well, this was my favorite thing so far today. Really worth seeing. They have a lot of signs here giving information and history. Really, really well done. Fascinating. This is the other Christmas market in the cave. This one's supposed to be bigger and better. Kunstmarkt.
So if you go back again, they're going to count one person.
These caves are like the ones I saw yesterday. They were dug out by men to build structures like the castle. There are like 1,000 Christmas trees in here. This is just a few of them. Got me a street coffee at this place. Yummy. So good. It's got almonds and caramel in it. Oh my god, so good. This is how they mined the limestone, by cutting it big saws. It must have been back-breaking work. The decorations in here are incredible. Well, I found the bar. I might have to indulge. No room at the bar. Bunch of lushes. Okay, I'll find another bar. This was the 1902. This is coming back the other way. The room I was in before. It's just really, really huge. Once again, it was just a bunch of stuff that I didn't want to buy, but I guess if you're looking for unique Christmas gifts, it's a good place to go. It was €9 to get in, which I thought was definitely worth it because it was such a unique place. But I was disappointed they didn't have Glühwein. Other than that, really worth doing. The truck's gone. Now you can see what a cool building this is, and it's got Santa in front of it to boot. If you're going to Maastricht, then Valkenburg is a must-do. Even when the Christmas markets aren't going on, there's still the castle and there's the caves, and the town is beautiful. Definitely worth doing. And it's only about a 20-minute train ride from Maastricht. Oh, it's a no-brainer. Definitely do it. I love this town. I'm gonna come back someday. The one issue is it's really touristy, but as long as you're aware of that and you're ready for it, it's a really nice place to go.
Uitstappen rechts. Ausstieg rechts.
I came to an Irish pub. The Dutch aren't exactly known for their food, but this looks like an authentic Irish pub. Pretty cool. And of course, I have a Kilkenny. Oh, this is southern fried chicken burger, which is really unhealthy. I got coleslaw instead of fries, so maybe that's a little bit of a compensation. Good food and good beer, A+. I had a great time in Maastricht. What a great little city. I could live there. It was wonderful. I also had a great time in Valkenburg. I'll have to go back to this area and see some more. Now I'm headed to Amsterdam for 4 days. Thanks for watching.